It's that time again. It's earnings season. What stocks should you be watching? We're starting off pretty hot with those big banks. They're reporting solid earnings so far. And then we're going to switch into just basically everything else. And this week, headed by Netflix. What else should you be watching in addition to Netflix? I've got five stocks to lead us off this earnings season, Q1 earnings season. Let's dive right in. Okay, the first one out of the gate is going to be Netflix because let's start with the leader. Look at this chart. It looks pretty spectacular. They've only missed four times in the last 5 years. That's pretty good for a stock like this. But one of the misses was just 2 quarters ago, and you can see they missed by 14%. Stock did fall at the end of last year into this year, but we're starting to see a little bit of a rally, and the shares are up 10% year to date. That earnings growth looks real solid, though. 2026 up 25.7%, 2027 up 21.7. If it can do this, that's pretty good growth. That's why it remains a growth stock with a PE of 32. I like the odds here on another beat. And what else is going on with Netflix? This is an interesting time for the streamers. They've all been raising prices. They've been cutting back a bit on the kind of content they're making, including Netflix cut back on the number of overall Netflix's own movies that it's been making. So maybe saving a little bit of money there, but we will see. This is a big one. Netflix, NFLX is the ticker there. Then we're going to switch over to the drug sector, Abbott Labs. I haven't covered this one in a long time, just one miss though. So it is an earnings all-star. The miss is all the way back here in April of 2021, exactly 5 years ago. Barely missed there. Otherwise, it's pretty consistent. But look at the stock all over the place. Even though earnings, look at this earnings growth. This is what you want to see up and to the right. Very consistent. It's supposed to grow earnings about 10% this year and 10% next year. But the shares have really sold off. 1 year now, over the last year, down 20%. And at multi-year lows, as you can see, you've got to go back all the way to 2023 to get these lows. Abbott Labs may be just out of favor. A lot of the drug stocks have pulled back recently. PE of 17.7, so it's cheap, but it's still not quite dirt cheap yet. But I'm keeping this one on my watch list in the pharma area. So Abbott Labs, ABT is that ticker. Then let's look at PepsiCo. We haven't looked at this one in a while either, just one miss. So another earnings all-star. Here is the miss in 2025, 1.3%, barely missed, but otherwise great earnings surprise track record. Earnings did come down here during the tariffs and now have rebounded a bit. So we are seeing a recovery on the earnings side. 2026 expected to be up 5.9%, 2027 5.8. What, if anything, is the Iran war playing into cost factors? So that's something to keep in mind. Year to date, these shares are up 8.6%. You can see it did spike up, came back down during the Iran war sell-off, but starting to recover a little bit. Are they cheap? Trading at 18 times, so not really dirt cheap here. You do get a nice dividend with PepsiCo, though, yielding 3.6%. So this is a dividend play, especially if you can get it even cheaper than what it is here. So I'm going to be tuning in on this one. It's not just drinks. It's big on the snack side. PepsiCo, PEP for that ticker. Then I want to switch over to the financials, not a bank though, but Charles Schwab. I've covered them in the past. They have a very good earnings surprise track record going, 12 beats in a row now. So they've gotten past some of the difficulties in 2022 and to start 2023. And assets under management with Schwab at all-time highs. That's what's driving these earnings. And you can see the nice earnings growth up and to the right. with Schwab, expected to see 2026 up 20.1%, 2027 consensus up 16%. So these are some great numbers after some big growth in 2025. Shares did bust out to new 5-year highs here early on and then have sold off in the Iraq war, but 1 year up 26%, but down year to date. Could this be a buying opportunity here? Down 3.1% year to date. Maybe this is a time to keep Schwab on your list. PE of 16.2, so even cheaper than the others, but assets under management at record highs. So this is the place you want to be right now with the stock market trading yet again near all-time highs. So that's Schwab, SCHW. And then I wanted to wrap it up with tech at the other end, not on the Netflix end, Taiwan Semiconductor leading us off on the semis. And look at this chart. It is perfection. Earnings all stars by Taiwan Semi. No misses in 5 years. And then earnings up and to the right on the AI revolution. Nobody can get enough of the chips. They have pulled back a little bit here in the Iraq war, but now we see it rallying again. So we're back up near that all-time high. Year to date, up around 23% now. And again, 1 year really up because we had this big sell-off during Liberation Day on the tariff fears. And now it's just been a real wild ride off of those lows. Earnings, however, you can see up and to the right with the earnings, up 35.6% expected in 2026. And then another 23%, that's this tan line, in 2027. PE, not as stretched as you might think, just 25.7 on the PE. So not even above 30 like Netflix. This is an attractive stock here if you believe the AI revolution is going to continue, and it's going to be smooth sailing on that side with demand. So Taiwan Semi is going to be in focus this week. TSM is that ticker. So as you can see, a couple of earnings all-stars. They've even missed just once or no times. That's what we're seeing here is these companies are really bringing it this earnings season. I'm aiming to bring you as many of the popular stocks plus these earnings all-stars charts as I can this earnings season. So be sure to tune in. Get us on YouTube. We're on Zacks.com/YouTube, or just put in Zacks Investment Research to get our YouTube channel. Subscribe over there. Hit like. Leave a comment. I do look at the comments to determine what stocks I should be covering and what y'all interested in. So be sure to engage with us over there on YouTube. And I'll see you again next week with several of these videos because things are going to really heat up. We're getting the Mag 7s and a lot of the other hot stocks coming quickly here. So earnings season is here. I love it. I know you do too. Join me next time with some more charts.